that I used. I think in the PowerPoint that I gave you, I only put 2 references, but actually there's another one, and that is Mark 6th edition. Okay. So here are the following learning objectives at the end of the session. You can hear me, right? Yes?
Yes po, Doc. Opo.
Hello?
Opo, Doc. Dinig po.
Okay. So the students should be able to describe the pathway for activation and transport of fatty acids to mitochondria for catabolism, outline the sequence of reactions involved in the beta oxidation of saturated fatty acids. Take note, after saturated fatty acids, we're going to discuss also about beta oxidation of unsaturated fatty acid and add chain fatty acids. With all the oxidation processes, we'll be calculating the net ATP yield. Okay, and then next, describe the peroxisomal beta oxidation of very long chain fatty acid. So I hope you can still remember how do you define the very long chain fatty acid. Then describe the alpha oxidation of short chain fatty acid. And then describe the omega oxidation of fatty acids. So meaning instead of the beta carbon, we will be oxidizing the omega, the terminal carbon. Okay. And then discuss the regulation of the pathway, and lastly explain the biochemical basis of some clinical conditions associated with beta oxidation. So this is actually the summary of everything that we will be talking about, no? When you talk about beta oxidation, it can occur either in the mitochondria or peroxisome, depending on what type of fatty acid it is. When you talk about alpha oxidation, that is always peroxisome, whereas when you talk about omega oxidation, that is in the microsome. And here also the substrates as well as the end product. Siyempre, nawawala na naman. Is this the same thing as Dr. Carlos a while ago? Nawawala yung screen? Hindi. Ay, ganon. Ako lang. Bakit kaya? Actually, nagtataka ako eh. Ngayon lang nangyari to sa akin eh. Before, when I do lecture using the Google Classroom, the Google Meet I mean, wala naman nagiging problem like this. Anyway. So, again, this is it. So we'll now begin with the first learning objective. That's the pathway for activation and transport of fatty acids to the mitochondrion for catabolism. So meaning this topic is about catabolism. Okay, catabolism. So the first step is activation. But before that, I have here a slide. Definition of beta oxidation. Yun nga, no? We say beta oxidation. So this is the major pathway for the catabolism of long-chain fatty acids in which 2 carbon fragments, so 2 carbons kasi, as you slice them, what you have as a product is an acetyl-CoA, 2 carbon molecule. They are successively removed from the carboxyl end of the fatty acid and transferred to coenzyme A to form acetyl-CoA. So again, where it is located, the beta oxidation of fatty acids, ang cell organelle.
Mitochondria po.
Yeah, this is in contrast to your fatty acid synthesis. So habang gumagawa sa cytosol, nag-oxidize naman sa mitochondria. Okay. It makes sense kasi parang nandun na rin yung conversion to ATP ng mga reducing equivalents such as your FADH and NADH, right? And then the next is the cell type. So all cells undergoes beta oxidation except for the neurons and red blood cells. And since this is a catabolic pathway, this happens during the starved state. So what is the major hormone involved? What is it?
Glucagon.
Very good, glucagon. Akala nyo, kayo lang kumakain dyan. Nakita ko kayo, ah. That is glucagon. So, again, The function of this pathway is to generate energy in times of fasting and starvation. Aside from acetyl-CoA as a product, what are the other products of beta oxidation? Sabi ko sa inyo, I give you 1 hour to study, right? Oh, what are the other products of beta oxidation? Aside from acetyl-CoA.
NADH po.
NADH and
FADH.
ADH. Okay, so these are the major products. Okay, you call this reduced coenzymes. Now we begin now with the 4 repeating steps. Repeating steps. Take note, repeating. So after pala niya ma-activate, these are the 4 repeating steps. Before this one, you're done already with the synthesis. Hindi pa, no? Kasi ako nga pala ulit yun, ano? Tapos face-to-face tayo nun, ano? Next week ko nga pala wala kasi ang tatay ko. So, there are 4 repeating steps for fatty acid synthesis. There are also 4 repeating steps in beta oxidation. In beta oxidation, I call it hot. Oxidation, hydration, oxidation, thiolysis. There's also naman the repeating steps doon. Siyempre, yung opposite niya. Kung nakakita ka dyan ng oxidation, what's the opposite? That's reduction. If you see hydration, what's that? That's dehydration. And then reduction and thiolysis. What is it? It's for you to find out next week. Okay? So you read beforehand. So these are the, again, I repeat, these are the repeating enzymatic reactions in beta oxidation. So here, what can you say about this fatty acid? If I ask you, describe this fatty acid, how are you going to describe this fatty acid? Is it short, medium, long, very long?
Long chain po.
How many carbons does it contain?
16.
16. Okay. Where is the omega carbon? Ay, pwede mo sulat. Where's the omega carbon? Pwede rin kayo magsulat dyan, di ba? Matyaga ako mag-intay. Diba nga sabi ko sa inyo, tagal ko inintay asawa ko. O, kayo pa. Hintayin ko rin kayo sumagot. If it will take me 30 years, I will do that. Tapos na kayo sa chemistry, di ba? Macromolecule 3? Ay, hindi ko talaga sasagutin yung tanong ko. Hindi tayo makakapag-move on sa susunod na slide. Ilan ba slides ko? Nakalagay, hindi ko rin alam. Where's the omega carbon there? All of these are carbon atoms, right? Saan dyan ang omega?
Third carbon atom in the chain po.
Saan dyan yung third? Yeah, bibigyan ko kayo ng letter, ha? Wala. Teka lang. Tatawa kayo na wala na naman yung screen. Talaga, oh. Hindi, nagtataka ko. Baka nakawala ang screen ko. Ay, vanishing! Natuwa ako. Disappearing ink nga siya. O, di ba? Di niyo makikita kung saan ako nilagay. Ulit-ulit talaga ako nagsusulat. Hindi mawala siya dyan.
Dok, yung line po ba from the left po, yung pangatlo po, bali, from sa S po, 1, 2, 3, yung pangatlo po. Yun po ba?
So, 1, 2, 3. Is this the omega? Ito yung sinasabi mo?
Opo.
Okay lang magkamali. Wala tayong problema dyan, ha? Kayong mahiya magkamali. Okay lang kayo magkamali kapag naggagamot na kayo ng pasyente. So, that's not the answer, okay? This is the secret. Ano pa sabihin, no? This is the omega carbon. Yan. Okay? Where's the alpha? Ito ang kinakain ko, oh. Yan. Peanuts. Pati na nagre-review ako, peanuts. Ano? Nagtuturo ako, peanuts pa din, no? Diba? Where's the alpha? You know, you cannot...
Yung Y po.
Why? You cannot understand if you don't know the alpha, beta, at gamma, di ba? Mabibita oxidation, tapos di natin alam kung saan yung beta na yun, di yari tayo niyan. So, this is the alpha. This is the beta. This is the gamma. Okay? That's the omega. Pero, ang counting yan, dito yung sisimula. 1, 2, 3, ganon. Paano kung merong double band sa dito? Yeah. How do you call that? You call this omega 6. Omega 6 kasi 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? But the topic is about beta oxidation. So, we'll be concentrating here at beta. Ito ang na-oxidize. So, pag kinat mo yan, na-oxidize yan, ilan ang carbons na nandito? You have 1, 2. yan yung nagiging acetyl-CoA. If you cut another one, ganun din yon. Ha? Okay? Later, mas maganda pa mamaya. So, we move on. Now, you know the alpha, beta, tsaka ng omega. I think we can move on to the next slide. Ay, may ganun pala akong NEPA-effect. Diba? So, here are the different types of fatty acids. We have saturated and unsat. When we say saturated, it does not have any double bond. If you see double bond, then that amino acid is unsaturated, regardless if it has one or many. If it contains only one double bond, that is monounsat. But if it contains two or more, that's PUFA polyunsat. Okay? And those are the examples. Now, we're going to discuss the different reactions in beta oxidation of saturated fatty acids. As what I've told you before, we need to activate first the fatty acid. So here is an example of a fatty acid. Fatty acid is again described as a hard carboxylic acid containing hydrocarbon chain. So what do we mean by that? This is the carboxyl, making it an acid, kaya siya acid. Then this one is your hydrocarbon chain. So the definition of fatty acid, it is a carboxylic acid with hydrocarbon chain. The first step in the activation, that's the first step, diba? Activation, catalyzed by the enzyme acyl-CoA synthetase. From the term itself, synthetase, it means ATP is required. ATP. And the one that will activate it is your CoAsh, making it now CoA, acyl-CoA. Acyl-CoA. Ayan no. Ayan no. CoA. Acyl-CoA. CoA lang yan. Pero kung gusto mo sa acyl-CoA, itong buong yan. Okay? So that is the acyl-CoA. Next. So, sabi ko nga, di ba sa inyo, kapag ikaw, free ka pa, ready to mingle, single, fatty acid ka. Pero, kapag taken ka na, nakakabit ka na, taken ka na, fatty acyl-CoA ka na. So, pag tinanong ni James, halimbawa si Faye, kung pwede niyang ligawan, sinagot siya ni Faye, ay, fatty acyl-CoA na ako. Sorry ka, taken na siya. Pero, pag sinabi niya, halimbawa, fatty acid pa ako, pwede pa. Kasi hindi pa siya taken. Okay? So, ganun yun. Take note, this enzyme requires ATP. But that ATP, when it is used, it releases now, it is divided to AMP and pyrophosphate. So, because it is pyrophosphate, this can be degraded into two moles of inorganic phosphate. They say that there is another energy, high energy here. That is why, take note, in the activation process, you require 2 ATP. So, minus 2. Ha? Always yan ha, minus 2. Kahit na isa lang yung nakikita nyo. Dahil dito sa process na to, kaya siya minus 2. Okay? Yun. Next. Uy, may ganon. So, saan daw niya nakikita? It can be seen in the plastic film, peroxisome, and outer membrane of the mitochondria. Now, that the fatty acyl-CoA is already active, activated na siya, di ba? By this fatty acyl-CoA synthetase. It is now acted upon by the enzyme CPT1. This is carnitine. Carnitine ano? Ano yan? What is CPT? CPT. Carnitine palmitoyl transferase because the most common fatty acid is the 16 carbon, which is palmitoyl. That is if it is a 16 carbon. Pero, paano kung hindi siya 16 carbon? How do you call it? You call it acyl. Kaya, sa ibang libro, makikita nyo to na cat1 siya. This is cat1. Okay? Yan. So, cat1 and CPT1 are basically the same. When this CPT1 or cat1 will now, what? Since it is a transferase, it will transfer this fatty acid to carnitine, no? This fatty acid to carnitine, fatty acid and carnitine to form now acyl carnitine. And then, the CoAsh is natanggal na. Tanggal na siya doon. Now, you have there the acyl carnitine. This acyl carnitine will be translocated, so by the enzyme known as translocase, from this one, mitochondrial matrix, from the intermembranous space, membranous, tama, kasi mitochondrial or mitochondrial space na lang, lagyan natin, no? This one, to the matrix by your translocase enzyme. Once it is in the translocase, sasamahan siya ulit nitong CoAsh, na biglang nawala na naman ang screen ko. Sasamahan siya ng CoAsh, and then, this CoAsh will bind back, with the fatty acid to form now the fatty acyl CoA. And then, yung carnitine, aalis na siya doon. Okay? Babalik. So, ang carnitine, it's just being used as parang, na siya, tagahatid sundo lang. Kumbaga, no? Ganun lang siya. Ay, walang pinalaman sa buhay niya. Ganun lang. Parang ano yun? Basta, tsaka na pa naalala ko. Ayun! Pinagtagpo, pero hindi tinadhana. Kasi nandiyan lang siya, padaan-daan lang sa buhay mo. Yun, biglang naalala ko. Okay, so that's about carnitine. Parang ako, sabihin mo sa kanya, ano ba yan? Parang carnitine lang ako sa buhay mo. Manal lang, pero hindi pala kayo naging sakit. Okay, so, now since your fatty acid CoA, the activated one is there inside the mitochondrial matrix. It is now ready for your beta oxidation. Okay? Take note that the rate-limiting rate-limiting enzyme is your CPT1. Ha? CPT1. Next. May ganun pa talaga. Oh, diba? May ganun pala akong pa-effect. And take note also that the CPT1 is inhibited by malonyl-CoA. And this malonyl-CoA is a product of the first reaction in fatty acid synthesis. This is the reason why if you have fatty acid synthesis, you don't have beta oxidation. Kasi ini-inhibit niya to, CPT1. Okay? Yeah. So, we go to the first repeating step, which is your oxidation. So, in the oxidation, take note that in here, the oxidation, this fatty acyl CoA is what? Oxidized or reduced? Siyempre, sasagot nyo sa akin, oxidation. Oxidation yan, hindi oxidized. Wala mong sasagot sa akin ng iba, diba? Oxidation yan eh. So, when it is oxidized, you form a double bond here at the beta carbon, diba? Naging double bond na siya dyan. And since it has a dehydrogenase, this is oxidized. Galing! O, diba? Oh, ang ganda. Disappearing ink. That's oxidized, whereas this one is reduced. Reduced. Kaya siya, pag nakakita yung dehydrogenase enzyme, ibig sabihin niya, redox ang reaction mo. Okay, redox. But the coenzyme, or the reducing equivalent, that is the one that is being reduced. Okay, next. Next is the hydration. Okay, hydration. So there is what? Addition of water. So when water is added, you form here now the OH and the H that is here. Kaya, nangyari, ano na, naging 3L hydroxyacyl-CoA. Iniisip ko nga eh, what are the things that are must know here? Yan ka ha, tingnan nyo, nagdi-disappear lang eh. Wow. Yan ang mga kailangan nyong aralin. Yan, tsaka ito. Okay, yan. Next, what's the next step? The next step is again oxidation, but this time the reducing equivalent is NAD. So, NAD will be reduced to NADH. Okay, NADH. And then after that, ketoacyl-CoA will be lysed. So, ready na siya para i-cut this step. So, it will now be cut. Saan siya ika-cut? Dito siya ika-cut, no? To form now your first acetyl-CoA. First acetyl-CoA. Okay? Yan. And then, what will happen to the other acetyl-CoA? So, kung ito, acetyl-CoA, may 2 carbon na rito, 2 carbon yan, ito, kunwari, 16 carbon to, anong mangyari sa kanya? Because you already cut 2 carbons, what is left now is 14 carbon. 14 na lang. So, yung 14 na yan, mangyayari sa 14 na yan, 14, pag yung 14 undergoes these repeating steps, and then ilalyze siya, what will happen is another mole of acetyl-CoA, which is 2 carbon, magiging 12 na lang. Yung 12, iikot na naman siya dyan. Tapos yung 10, 8, 6, 4. Diba? Tama? Kasi tigdadalawa eh. So, 4 at saka 2. Nakailan tayo? Ilang spirals tayo? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spirals. So, ibig sabihin, 7 cycles. In a 16 carbon, 7 cycles. So, 16 divided by 2 is 8 minus 1. That gives you the number of cycles or the number of spirals. Okay? Ayan yun, ha? Take note that beta oxidation is very much similar to a citric acid cycle. Look, saya-saya, di ba? Sa citric acid cycle, succinate-CoA to fumarate, malate, and oxaloacetate. Same thing, may FADH2, merong addition of water, and then merong NADH production. Yun lang, it's a nice to know, pero parang sarap niyang gawing must know sa exam. Pero meron ba ako sa learning objective ko na ganun? Wala. So, hindi ko siya pwedeng itanong. Kung tatanong ko siya, invalid yun. Kasi wala ka naman kayo sa learning objective mo. Hello? Diba? Yan. So, next. Oh, eto. Ay, nasa learning objective ko to. Tatanong ko to. Hindi pwedeng invalid ang question ko. So, here, no, katulad ng pinakita ko sa inyo kanina. So, in a 16 carbon, for example, is this 16? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, 16 nga. So, 16. So, saan yung first cut mo dito? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See? 7 cycles again. Tapos, after that, dahil 7 yan, ilang ang acetyl-CoA? Bilangin natin nga ilan ang acetyl-CoA natin. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And that 8 acetyl-CoA will enter your citric acid cycle. Remember that in a citric acid cycle, 1 round is 10 ATPs. 8 yung papasok dyan. 8. So, ilan yun? 8 times 10, that gives you 80 ATPs. See? Ang dami. And then, take note that per cycle, Di ba, meron kang FADH2 in the first oxidation. And in the second oxidation, we have the NADH2. Di ba? NADH2. So, ang tanong, ilang NADH at saka ilang FADH dyan ang papasok sa ETC mo? Ilang FADH muna? This is acetyl-CoA. How about FADH? Tsaka NAD. Ilang FADH ang papasok? 7 or 8? Hindi pwedeng 8 kasi ilan bang oxidation lang yung nangyari? Ilang cycle lang ba yung umikot? 7 lang. 7 cycles lang, di ba? So, dapat 7 lang siya. So, this should be 7 times 1.5. Ilang NADH? Ilang beses lang bang umikot? 7 ulit. So, 7 lang din siya. Times 2.5. Can you do it mathematically? 7 times 1.5. 35, carry 3. 10.5. Tama? Oh, how about this one? Ito, 35, carry 3, 14, 15. Tama? Ay, 14 plus 3, 17 pala. Tama? So, ilan ang total niya ngayon? 10, carry 1, ay, 0.2, 8, 108. Tama? 108. That's the gross. Eh, di ba sa activation kanina, gumamit ka ng ilan? This is the gross. Eh, sa activation kanina, gumamit ka ng 2, so you subtract 2. So, the net ATP yield for a 16 carbon is only 106. Gets? Class? Lalabas yan sa exam. Okay? So, ulit naman ng doktor na i-teach. Yes, you're raising your hand. What's your question, Iha?
Doc, may tanong lang po ako. Di ba po yung sa NADH po, 3 molecules of NADH po yung na produce sa 1 cycle? Or?
Hindi, anak. Yung kanina, kaya ka nalito, take note, sabi ko kanina, ang pumapasok sa ETC mo is 8 acetyl-CoA, kaya 8 times 10. Yun dito, ilan ba yung slices natin? 7 lang. Kaya yung FADH dito sa cycle mo, diretso siya dito. Ba't ka pa pupunta sa citric acid cycle? Hindi na. Kaya siya 7 times 1.5. Same thing goes to your NADH. Ilang cycle ba? Ilang ikot ba? So, diretso na rin siya rito. Dito na siya, yung NADH mo, diretso na sa ETC. Hindi ka na pupunta rito. Kaya ang kagandahan nga ng oxidation of fatty acid, it occurs in your mitochondrial matrix. Diretso na kagad. Kaya 7 times 2.5 siya. Huwag kayong malito, huwag nyo siyang pabalikin doon. Yun doon, ha? Ang arrow niya papunta rito sa ibaba. Okay? Yan, this is wrong. Ha? Yan. Thank you for that question. Okay, next. So, ito din yon, no? Palmitoyl-CoA, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yan. So, plus 7 CoAsh, plus 7 FAD, plus 7 NAD, plus 7 water, will give rise to 8 acetyl-CoA, 7 FADH2, 7 NADH, and 7 hydrogen ions. So, activation energy minus 2. Ilan ulit acetyl-CoA? 8 times 10. Ilan FADH2? That's 7 times 1.5. The NADH, that's 7 times 2.5. That gives rise to 106. Okay? So, ito naman yung nasa libro, no? If you're going to read the book, ang gulo-gulo niya, no? Ba't kung ano pa pinag-ano niya rito? Ito, sa ibaba, ito yung sa Wait. Clear all. Ayan, yung part na to, yung part na yan hanggang dito, yan yung sa acetyl-CoA. Kaya siya 80. 2, 4, 6, 7, 80. 80 siya. Tapos, ito, yung sa FAD-ish, sa acetyl-CoA, yan yung FAD. Ito yung NAD by these enzymes. Kaya ito, yung 7 times kaya ka 10.5 kanina, tapos yung isa times 2.5, kaya 17.5. So, 10.5, 17.5 plus 80. Ay, naku po. Buti na lang mahaba ang pasensya ko ngayong araw. Ayan, okay? So, yan yun. Next is this one. Unsaturated. Do you have questions before we move on to unsat? Wala. O, ngayon, mag-move na tayo, no? Unsaturated. So, meaning may double bond. So, kung may double bond, ang pangit naman ito, yung animation ko naiwan to sa animation ko nung isa to. Hindi pala tama. Nandyan pa rin talaga siya. Hala ko, naiwan eh. So, one, for example, oleuil-CoA. Siya sa double bond at carbon 9. So, ilang beses siya may slice? 1, 2, 3. Stop! Kasi double bond eh. Hindi pwede. Ano nangyayari sa kanila? What happened to them? So, in that one, so you have 3 oxidation cycles for your acetyl-CoA. So, 3 acetyl-CoA. What will happen to the double bond? It will undergo rather, wala pa yung grammar ko. It will undergo isomerization by the enzyme isomerase. Okay? So, from a cis to trans. Cis to trans. Now, it is already in the trans form. What will happen is that papasok na siya dito sa stage na to. So, what do you think? What happened? It bypasses this step, no? It bypasses this step. So, wala siyang FAD-H. Ilang beses siya mawawalan ng FAD-H? Isang beses lang. Bakit isang beses lang? Kasi isa lang naman ang double bond niya eh. Diba? Isa lang ang double bond ng oleuil-CoA. So, isang beses lang mababypass yun. But, on the next round, next cycle, hindi na. Kasi wala naman ng double bond. Okay? So, with that, if we're going to continue, ayan o, -1 FAD-H2 only in the cycle where isomerase is needed. So, yun lang yung additional enzyme. So, tatanong ko sa exam, what is the additional enzyme that is important in the beta oxidation of monounsat? So, you call it isomerase. Okay? And how are you going to compute for the energy yield? So, again, for example, the oleuil-CoA that we had in the previous slide, again, activation -2. Acetyl-CoA. Ilan ang acetyl-CoA niya? It is 18 divided by 2. Bakit ganun? Ganun naman parati eh. If you want to know the acetyl-CoA, take note, all fatty acids in humans are even number. Kaya huwag na kayo magpakahirap, di ba? Mamaya magpakahirap kayo kasi may add chain tayo. Pero wala naman sa human yun. Ba't natin naaral? Ewan ko. Sabi, kailangan aralin daw eh. Okay? So, di-divide mo lang siya sa 2, ha? Divide mo lang sa 2. Yun ay acetyl-CoA. So, if you're going to do that, 18 carbons divided by 2, that will give you 9. So, 9 times 10 equals 90. How about the FAD-H2? How many? Ilang beses ka ba nag-cycle? Katulad kanina, kung 16 carbon, 8 acetyl-CoA, 7 na cycles, di ba? FAD-H2, ilan bang cycle tayo? How many cycle? How many spirals? 8 po. 8. Pero, 8 pa ba ang gagamitin natin sa FAD-H2? Are we using the 8 in the FAD-H2? O, bakit umiiling ka? Bakit hindi? Kasi, huwag niyo naman ako hayaang basahin yung buka ng bibig ninyo. Parang awa niyo na magsalita kayo.
Bypass po, Dok, yung isa po.
Very good. Na-bypass yung isa to sa isomerase reaction. Okay? So, that will give you now 7 times 1.5. NADH, may binabypass pa pag NADH. Wala. Eh, ilang ikot nga ulit? 8. So, 8 times 2.5. So, it will give you now 118.5. So, in your examination, you are allowed, in the final examination in December 12, I will ask Dr. Madarcos to allow you to bring your calculator na simple lang, not the scientific one. Ha? Simple calculator. Because I will be asking you to compute for that. Pero actually, kahit wala namang calculator, di ba? Ang dali naman yan. Kaya niya mag-compute yan. Times 1.5 lang, saka 2.5, di ba? Tapos plus at saka minus, wala naman logarithm dyan, wala naman sin, cosine, tangent, di ba? O, carry nyo yun. Next. Oh, how about polyunsat, pambihira, hindi pa natapos yung isang double bond, hindi, nagdagan pa ng 2 o 3. Paano naman to? So, ganun din, with isomerase enzyme, pero, nga lang, putol-putol siya. Parang pag naglalagari ka, papahinga ka muna. Tapos mamaya lalagari ka na naman. O diba? Cut ka ulit. Pahinga. Cut ka ulit. Pahinga. Nagpapahinga ka kapag nakita ka ng double bond. Diba? Ganon. Diba? So, yan yun. And again, the enzyme is isomerase. Okay? Isomerase. Pero, take note, yung pangalawa pa ng double bond ay hindi na pala isomerase enzyme. The next one is reductase, no? Hindi puro isomerase, reductase yung sa second enzyme, no? So, it is reduced, yan, tapos, babalik yung isomerization. Okay? I repeat, if you're talking about polyunsaturated, when you talk about, di ba, pag monounsat, ay, isomerase lang yan. But if you talk about polyunsat, take note, the first double bond yung first double bond niya near your beta, the first double bond niya is isomerase lang. Pero yung second double bond niya is reductase followed by isomerase. Yung third double bond niya, kung may third pa yan, reductase and isomerase. Kung may fourth pa siyang double bond, reductase and then isomerase. Okay? Ganun yung process niya. Ha? Okay. So, if you're going to continue, ayan. So, since there is, again, isomerase, basta pag may isomerase kayo, laging magma-minus 1 kayo. Minus 1 FADH2. Ha? Okay? So, here, for example, dalawa ang double bonds mo. Ay, mahirap pong isa. Ba't ito ang pinakita ko sa inyo? Mas mahirap to eh. Itong ginawa kong step na to. Teka lang ah. Titignan ko meron pa rito. Isa. Ayan. O, di ba? Parehas lang sila, di ba? Pero mas mahirap to eh. Oh. Ito pinahirapan ko sarili ko eh. Nung nagko-compute. Cut. Ano nangyari? Cut. Ano nangyari? Di ba? Ang daming, di ba? Ano gusto nyo? Ito o yung isa? Ito na lang. Yung aralin yun. Ito na lang aralin nyo. So, activation energy is minus 2. Acetyl-CoA is again 18 divided by 2. So, that gives you 90. But FADH2, because you do have 2 double bonds, therefore, di ba, dapat 8 cycles yan. Eh, dalawa yung double bonds mo. So, dalawang isomerization niya. So, minus 2 yon. So, 8 minus 2, that gives you 6. Okay? Yan, NADH is the same as, yun na. So, in short, Doktora, kapag pala double bond, ang naapektuhan lang po sa computation namin ay yung FADH2. Okay? So that gives you now the total of 117. Is it the same as the previous slide? Yes, it is. O, diba? O, mas madali pa siyang intindihin. Now, we move on to the add chain fatty acid. So, kung kanina, puro even chain, what if add chain naman ang fatty acid? So, this is an example of add chain fatty acid. How many carbon is this? Yung add chain siya, bilangin nyo nga.
17.
17. Okay. 17 fatty acid. So, if it is 17 fatty acid, tanong, how many acetyl-CoA will it form? Madali kung 18 eh, divided by 2, 9. 16 divided by 2, 8. How about if it is 17? Oh, wala kayong magpo-0.5 dyan ah. Lumaki tuloy yung mata ko. O, sumagot kayo sa akin ng 0.5. Doc, 8.5. Walang ganon. Ano? How do you define beta oxidation?
7 po.
7. Ni-round off. Tignan natin. Vanishing ba ito ulit? Vanishing ink ulit. Okay. 1, 2. So, kakat ako dyan. 1, 2, 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cycles. Ikakat ko pa ba to? Hindi. Baka mo siya iiwan. Huwag mong iwan to. So, ilan ang acetyl-CoA mo? You have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is not considered acetyl-CoA because you have 3 carbons. And what do you call this? Pag 3 carbons, you call this propionyl-CoA. Propionyl-CoA, ha? Propionyl-CoA. Pero ilang cycle lang ba? Ilang cycle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cycles lang. Okay? 7 cycles, 7 acetyl-CoA. Next. What will happen to your propionyl-CoA? Propionyl-CoA will be carboxylated to form now your methyl-malonyl-CoA. This methyl-malonyl-CoA will be isomerized to the L-type methyl-malonyl-CoA by the enzyme epimerase. And then later on, cited, it will undergo again another type of isomerization, but this time it is via mutase. Take note. Take note of this. The coenzyme. The vitamins, no? So, carboxylase requires biotin. This methyl-malonyl-CoA mutase requires cobalamin, vitamin B12. And the end product is succinyl-CoA. What will happen to this succinyl-CoA? Does it ring a bell? Ting-ring-ring-ring. Saan nyo naalala yung succinyl-CoA?
Sa Krebs cycle.
Krebs cycle. So, it will go to your Krebs cycle. That succinyl-CoA will go to your Krebs. So, pag dyan siya pumasok, yung propionyl-CoA, it will give you 1 ATP, 1 FADH, and 1 NADH. So, for a total of ilan to? 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ATPs. So, ibig sabihin pala, dito, dito, kung itong mga acetyl-CoA na to, this one, 7 acetyl-CoA will enter your ETC, that is times 10, di ba? 7 times 10. But this propionyl-CoA, since it enters only succinyl-CoA, so 1 propionyl yan, 1 propionyl, since it will enter your Krebs cycle as succinyl-CoA, so times 5 lang siya. Times 5 lang. Okay? Kaya yun. So, looking back, if you're going to compute for that, again, negative 2 or minus 2 for the activation energy. So, that is minus 2. How about acetyl-CoA? So, acetyl-CoA, the formula, di ba, nililyo ko pala formula ganyan. Carbon divided by 2 minus 1.5. Na ganun, minus 1.5. Sige. So, 7 lang siya, no? 7 lang. Times 10, that gives you 70. How about FADH2? Ilang ikot lang ba siya? 7 lang din. FADNAD is 7 lang din. Okay? Kasi 7 lang naman yung cycle niya, di ba? Naniniwala kayo sa akin. Ayan, no? Yung slices natin, 7 lang. Ay, di pa maniwala. Ayan, no? Bilangin natin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. O, di pa rin kayo naniwala. Acetyl-CoA. O, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. O kaya nga, puro 7 lang yan. Madali lang. Napakadali lang pala pag-add chain fatty acid. Except, yung propionyl-CoA mo, dahil propionyl-CoA yan, times ilan nga ulit pag propionyl-CoA? Times. Bakit 4 lang to? Kasi may carboxylation kanina. Naalala niyo? Nag-carboxylation tayo. Di ba? Minus 1 ATP doon. Kaya 4 lang siya. Pati ko nasabi kanina yun sa inyo. Nakalimutan ko sabihin. Kaya instead of times 5, dahil minus 1 sa carboxylation reaction, so that will give you 4. So the number of ATPs is like that. Parang sarap itong tanong nyo sa exam, ano? Chain fatty acid. O tumango siya si Charmaine. O sisihin niyo si Charmaine kapag may tanong akong ganyan. Kasi tumango siya. Maganda raw na may add chain fatty acid ako sa exam. Okay? So, as you can see, no? If you're going to compute, these are the shortcut, oh. Kahit ito na lang aralan ninyo. Tapos ang bigay ko sa inyo ibang number. Okay? Yan. Now, we move on to the peroxisomal beta oxidation of very long chain. Pambira, hindi pa sapat. How do you define your very long? How do you define very long? Nag-iintayo na naman tayo, kala nyo Last. Kaya nyo yan.
$22 or more carbon.
22 or more. So, if you have 22 or more, hindi siya kagad sa mitochondria. Dahil hindi carry ni mitochondrial matrix yon. Promise. Hindi niya kaya. Okay? So, si peroxisome muna. So, your very long chain fatty acid will go there sa peroxisome. So, in short, this peroxisomal beta oxidation is a modified form of beta oxidation. Okay? It leads to the formation of acetyl-CoA and hydrogen peroxide, which is broken down by the catalase. Now, as they cut it, pag nangyari, octanoyl-CoA na lang sa peroxisome. Kumari, 22, naging 20. Anong susunod? Magbilang tayo. 22, 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8. Pagtuntong ng 8, tsaka lang siya papasok sa what? Tsaka lang siya papasok sa mitochondria. Kasi the beta oxidation in the peroxisome ends at octanoyl-CoA. It ends at octanoyl-CoA. Okay? So this is a comparison, no? So, peroxisomal, kapag very long chain fatty acid siya. So, as you can see here, Ganun din, it also forms your acetyl-CoA. But then, take note that if it is already 8 carbon atom, it will undergo now beta oxidation in the mitochondrion. The mitochondrion. The one that I was telling you a while ago that differs your peroxisomal beta oxidation is this part. Okay? Itong 5H2, nire-recycle yan, nagpo-form ka ng hydrogen peroxide. Okay? Hydrogen peroxide. Pero again, if it is 6-8 na, octanyl ko, it stop and then it goes to your mitochondrion na. Ha? Okay? So that's about it. Now, how about alpha oxidation? So alpha is the second carbon, right? The second carbon. Beta carbon is the third carbon eh. Isn't it? Okay, naniniwala sa akin. So kung ito, 1, yan yung, itong alpha mo ang 2, carbon 2, ang beta mo ang carbon 3. Okay? Yun ang ibig ko sabihin, ha? So, when you talk about beta oxidation, you're talking about beta carbon or carbon number 3. When you're talking about alpha oxidation, you're talking about carbon number 2. So, how is this one? Look, this is an example of thymic acid. Saan ba tong thymic acid na to? Phthalic pala. Thymic ako na thymic na naman. Phthalic acid. Saan siya? There are branched-chain fatty acids found in what?
Red meat and dairy po.
Oh, red meat and dairy. Ako din eh, bilis ko rin, nabasa ko rin, red meat and dairy, o diba? Tinap kagad sa Google eh. Saan naman na nakikita? Dairy. O sa plants, no? Yan. So, what happened to that phthalic acid? That phthalic acid, just like the other fatty acid, it undergoes activation muna, no? Activation by the enzyme acyl-CoA synthase. Take note, pag pinag-usapan natin alpha oxidation, we talk about branch chain. Ha? Branch chain. So, pag beta, pwedeng, ulitin natin nga, review. Beta, pwedeng saturated, pwedeng monounsat, pwedeng polyunsat. Pag sinabi namang omega oxidation, ang importante doon ay what? Wala pa tayong omega. Wala pa tayong omega. Mamaya pa pala yun. Kaya hindi kayo makasagot. No? So, ulit. Pag beta, saturated, monounsat, polyunsat. Pag, that's a mitochondrion. Pero kapag very long, peroxisome muna yon. Tapos, meron tayong beta oxidation of add chain fatty acid that give rise to propyl-CoA. Now, we go to alpha. So, after beta, alpha naman. Pag alpha, branch chain fatty acid exemplified by phthalic acid. Yan, oxidation pa rin. After niya ma-oxidize, it will undergo hydroxylation. If a patient has a defect in this enzyme, that is a defect in Refsum's disease. Refsum's disease. They call it that Refsum's disease. It's a rare disease. I haven't seen any patient with Refsum. And then, after that, it will undergo lyase. Paghihiwalay din sila, no? There's removal of a formyl group, formic acid, which later on becomes carbon dioxide. Then, the end product will be pristanal. And then, after that, it will undergo redox, forming now your, you call it pristanoic acid. From an aldehyde to to a carboxylic acid, pristanoic acid. Since that is already shorter na siya na ganyan, pristanoic, it can undergo now beta oxidation. So if that thing will undergo beta oxidation, it will be in the peroxisome. Take note in the peroxisome, kasi alpha oxidation yan. It will undergo activation. So from pristanoyl, magiging pristanoic, magiging pristanoyl-CoA siya. So, same principle. Look, we have what? We have oxidation, hydration, oxidation, then what? Lysis, no? Thiolysis. Thiolysis din. Ganon din siya, di ba? Okay? So, with that, but that is what? That is branching. That's branching, di ba? Branching yan eh. Ano na-form mo? Instead na acetyl-CoA, ano na-form mo? Propionyl-CoA. You don't form acetyl-CoA. Propionyl-CoA. Per cycle, per cycle, bawat cut mo, ang na-form mo, instead of bawat cycle na nakakat, instead of acetyl-CoA, you form propionyl-CoA. Then, same thing, principle. After that, in the second cycle, take note, kasi nga branching siya eh. Branching siya. So, in the second cycle, you start with with the release of acetyl-CoA. Tapos, in the third cycle, propionyl-CoA. And then next, acetyl-CoA. Diba saya-saya ng buhay ng branching? Propionyl, acetyl, papa. Okay? Until such time, you have this. What is this? The one that is left there. Yan na natira sa buhay niya. So, in short, products of a complete beta oxidation of phthalic acid are 3 moles. Hindi ko na kayo papadrawingin nito. Ma-memorize lang nito, okay na. 3 moles of propionyl-CoA, 3 moles of acetyl-CoA, and 1 mole of isobutyric acid. This one is your isobutyryl-CoA. Okay? So, kung magbibilang tayo, so ilan tong propionyl-CoA? We have 1, 2, 3. Right? How about the acetyl-CoA? We have 1, 2, 3. Kaya pala. Okay? Get it? So, those are the products of complete beta oxidation of phthalic acid. Phthalic acid. Okay? Pero take note, it is not the phthalic acid that undergoes beta oxidation per se. What undergoes beta oxidation here is the what? It is the pristanoic acid. This one. Siya yung nag-undergo na beta oxidation. Okay? Ano, ha? So, we're now going to the, pangatlo, no? Third to the last of learning objective. So, this one is omega oxidation. Pag omega, sa dulo tayo. So, we'll be talking about this end here. This is the omega. Take note, omega can only be done by the medium chain fatty acid. And when you say medium chain, ilan nga yun? 6 to 10. Pero dito, ang example niya is 12, no? Because you have 10, 11, 12. Okay? So, pag ganyan, wala nag-omega oxidation na mahaba. Okay? Pag mahaba, long chain fatty acid, beta parati yon, beta. Itong omega, yan yon. Okay? So, when we talk about again omega, medium chain fatty acid yan. So, at first, it will undergo what? Oxidation. Yan, oxidation. And then, after that, it will undergo redox, and then another redox, and then series of beta oxidation, forming now the end products, succinate and adipic acid. Okay? Oh, adipic acid or adipate is excreted in the urine. How about succinate? Pwede mo siyang, pwede ano mangyari sa succinate? It can be converted to succinate, di ba sa ano yan? Sa Krebs cycle yan. Sa Krebs cycle yan eh. Okay? Doon, ha? So, pwede siyang ma-recycle. Now, how do we regulate the pathway? So, here, as what I have mentioned a while ago, yun nga, malonyl-CoA inhibits your CPT1, ha? It inhibits your CPT1. So, here, naligaw yung acyl-CoA. Here, other types of regulation, if you have increased NADH to NAD, it inhibits that. Nakapula eh. So, yun ang tip ko sa inyo, no? Pag nakita nyo yung pula yan, ibig sabihin, inhibitor siya. So, increase NADH to NAD, it will inhibit the enzyme hydroxyacyl-CoA dehydrogenase. Acetyl-CoA will inhibit beta-ketotiolase. Okay? So, you call this allosteric regulation. Allosteric regulation. So again, these are the differences between your beta oxidation and fatty acid synthesis. We mentioned this already a while ago. We move to the last LO. Do you still want to have a break? Hindi na. Naman, break pa. O, gusto nyo? Sige, tara, break tayo. Hindi pa ba kayo nabagod sa kakabreak natin ng bond kanina? Nakawalo, nakapito tayo na break kanina ng mga bands. Tapos kasi pa mag-break ngayon ng ibang break. Okay. Continue na natin. Para matapos na. Makapagpahinga na tayo lahat. Pati yung boses ko. Dahil, kaya nung Tuesday pa ako nag-lecture hanggang ngayon. Hindi pa rin ako. Ngayon, buti, thank God, it's Friday. TGIF. O, diba? Pag Friday, date namin ng anak ko. Hindi kami nakapag-date. Sabi ko, I have lecture hapon. Sabi ko sa kanya. Diba, babawi ako sa kanya sa susunod na Friday. Wait, sa susunod na Friday, teka lang. Di ba kasama niyo ako? Sasabi ko sa anak ko na Friday. Paano ba to? Umagal doon. Sige, tingnan ko gawin natin ang paraan yan. Face to face pa tayo doon, di ba? Hala. Ay. Anyway. Babawi pa naman ako sa susunod na Friday. Oh, ayan na. Oh, ito lang naman ang chart na yon. Oh, nababasa ninyo. Talagang gano'n. Ano ba? Ang lapit-lapit. Hindi na mabuti. I just got this from the up-to-date, no? I don't know if you have up-to-date. So this is the summary of the fatty acid oxidation disorders. As you can see, these are the enzymes involved and then these are the name of the diseases. Huwag nyo nang alalahanin itong mga genes, symptoms, prevalence. Hindi ko naman natatanungin sa inyo. O, kaya ko naman pala palakihin eh. Pero gusto kong i-discuss ito ng maliliit. Ganito. Hindi, biro lang. Baka mapunta ako sa dean's office. Sabihin, si doktora, pinahirapan kami. Okay. So, here are the different disease entities. Now, so the one I give you is the one that I got from Dr. Madarcos. But this one I got is from UpToDate. Similar lang naman sila. Pero ito, mas naitingin ko lang mas maayos yung table niya, no? So, ito yung mga enzyme deficiencies nila. Yan. Ay, ito rin pala, no, pinakita ko sa inyo. So, basically, if you have deficiency, automatic, you cannot form energy. So, even if you're in a starved state, you have no, lakas talaga. You don't have strength because you're not forming ATPs. Primarily, you have a deficient enzyme, especially if the deficiency is there way up. Sa carnitine pala, sa CAT pa lang, wala na. Eh, di, paano na lang yan, di ba? So, yun, ha? So, the presenting symptoms are like what? Like muscle weakness, ganyan, di ba? Kaya sinasabi nila mag-oral carnitine. Meron na bibiling carnitine. Not the carnitine that you know in the juices. That carnitine is not the carnitine that I am referring to, ha? Okay? So, This is about the primary carnitine deficiency, and this one is the secondary carnitine deficiency. So in the secondary carnitine deficiency, we have the CPT1 deficiency and the CP2 partial deficiency. But the thing here, since may problema ka na ganun, anong gagawin mo? Weak ka na nga. Tapos kain ka pa ng kain ng mantika. Mantika talaga. Red meat, o di ba mga ganyan, parang low, hindi nga ako pwede yung mga yan eh. So what do? You supply the diet with medium chain tags lang, not the tags containing long chain. Okay, not the tags containing long chain. So here, ito yun, if you have medium chain acyl-CoA dehydrogenase deficiency, so that is the deficiency, the MCADD. You have the short chain acyl-CoA dehydrogenase deficiency, and the multiple, ito pag madami na talagang acyl-CoA dehydrogenase deficiency. So in short, if the patient has deficiency of this enzyme, three possibilities can be, three possible conditions na pwede sa kanya. Okay? Depending on what type of fatty acid. Kung medium chain ba or short chain na fatty acid. Eh kung marami talaga, eh multiple tawag natin doon. Okay? So, the medium chain, this one, the MCAD, no? The MCAD, ayan. The medium chain acyl-CoA dehydrogenase deficiency. It is the most common inborn error of metabolism affecting fatty acid oxidation. And the manifestations starts at first 2 years of life. Typically, anong mga nakikita sa pasyente mo, sa baby, sa bata? Vomiting, lethargy, and frequently coma. So, the patient has hypoketotic hypoglycemia and dicarboxylic aciduria. Bakit nagkaroon ng dicarboxylic aciduria dito? Ano ba yung dicarboxylic aciduria? Kanina sa natin na-encounter yon. Na-encounter natin siya sa, wait lang. Balik. Yun. Yan. Ito yung tinatawag nating dicarboxylic aciduria. Look, di ba pinag-usapan natin medium chain? It can undergo, aside from beta-ox, it can also undergo omega. Kaya siya dicarboxylic, ayan, dalawa kasi yung carboxyl, okay? Dalawa yung carboxyl. So, in those patients with MCAD, no? May MCAD sila ng problem, you can have dicarboxylic aciduria. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Kasi, ang pasyente, hindi MCAD. Saan ba yung MCAD? Sa omega ba yan o sa beta? Ang MCAD. Ang MCAD, ito yon. This is the MCAD. Medium chain acyl-CoA dehydrogenase. So, saan siya? Makikita siya sa beta oxidation. Sa beta oxidation. Yung problema mo. Dahil ang problema nasa beta oxidation, the patient will have less ATP during starvation. Therefore, the patient will be weak, lethargic, comatose. Okay? Weak, lethargic, comatose. And what else? Because may problema ka sa beta oxidation, ano mangyayari sa fatty acid mo? Will it undergo beta oxidation? Hindi nga, ang kulit mo, doktor. Sabi mo na ang problema, beta oxidation, tapos ka pa. Ano yung sapilitan? Hindi, di ba? So, it will undergo what type of oxidation? It will undergo omega oxidation. Wala ka namang problema sa omega, di ba? So, your medium chain fatty acid will undergo omega oxidation. So, pag omega, ano ang product mo? Succinate, adipate. Ano yung sinabi ko sa inyo? It is excreted in the urine, the adipate. So, you form dicarboxylic aciduria. Pag sinabi mong urea, urine, ihe. So, you form that. Okay? So, anong management natin pag ganyan? The management natin is to avoid prolonged fasting. Hello, alam mo na nga, pag nag-fasting yan, walang energy, tapos ipapag-fasting mo pa. Diba? So, hindi pwede. Tapos, instead of fatty foods nga, rich in fats, you tell the patients to eat rich in high carbohydrate diet na. Okay? Yan. Next. How about that one? The LCHAD. The LCHAD, the manners, the long chain hydroxyacyl CoA dehydrogenase deficiency. Okay? This one. Then, what else? Kapag acyl-CoA oxidase deficiency, what will be the sakit? the VLCAD. Now, this VACLD or the ACAL or the, ano ba yan? Ang daming tawag sa kanya. Basta yan yung mga tawag sa kanya. Iisang sakit lang yan. Okay? So, this patient, they are presented with non-ketotic hypoglycemia naman. Yan. Okay? Ibig sabihin, it has hypoglycemia with no accumulation of ketone bodies in contrast to MCAD. Sa MCAD, pwede ka magkaroon ng ketone bodies. This one, wala. Okay? Nakakalungkot to. Tingnan mo. It decreases with age and is uncommon after age 6. Ibig sabihin, ang dali, no, namamatay kagad sila. Pwede sila mamatay. Muscle symptoms predominate after the age 6. Rhabdomyolysis. Okay, naman. Okay? And cardiomyopathy and cardiac arrhythmias can occur at any age. So, affected individuals of any age at risk to experience recurrent increased acid levels in blood and body tissue. That's the case of metabolic acidosis, sudden cessation of breathing, and even cardiac arrest. So, without prompt, appropriate treatment, the person will die. Okay? So, diagnosis, katulad din nun kasi may problema ka sa beta oxidation, so it will undergo omega oxidation, so meron kang dicarboxylic aciduria. And then these are the different mode of management. In all cases naman, dapat talaga may genetic counseling. So, what are the foods with tags? So, sabi ko nga sa inyo, kung ang pasyente niyo may problemang ganyan, ano ibibigay mo? Oh, mami, pag nagluto ka, mag-corn oil ka kasi healthy. Hello? Hindi pwede. Okay? Kaya sasabihin mo, mami, mag-coconut oil ka na lang. O kaya mag-palm oil ka na lang. Bawal po ang avocado. Ay, nagnanats ang Dr. Reportoso. Puti, wala akong MCAD. Wala akong deficiency sa mga ganyan. So, yan yung mga bawal. So, you refrain this part here and you suggest this one na lang. Ha? Kapag ganon. Okay? Yan. Ito, pwede ko tanong to sa exam. Which of the following will you give to your patient? A, palm oil. B, soya oil. B, perayo. Tapos C, corn oil. D, olive oil. O, diba? Alam nyo na sagot. Palm oil. Diba? Ganon. Oh, what is this triptanoin? I think wala to sa slide nyo dyan, no? This is an anaplerotic therapy. MCT with 3,7 carbon fatty acids known as heptanoate. So, this can be broken down into glycerol and 3 heptanoate molecules upon ingestion. So, ito pala, isang gamot ito eh. Na kapag nasa cytosol mo, since heaven yan, hepta eh, di ba? Hepta, pito. Ano, hepta, pito. So, if it undergoes oxidation, ano mga products niya? Ilang acetyl-CoA? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ilang acetyl-CoA? 1, 2. So, you have 2 acetyl-CoA and 1 propionyl-CoA. That can give rise to ATP. So, kaya binibigay yan as a treatment. 2 acetyl-CoA will enter your TCA times 10 yan. Your propionyl-CoA will give rise to 4 ATPs. O, diba? Kung meron ka ATP, kahit na starve ka ang pasyente mo. Okay? Class? That's triheptanoin. So, according to UpToDate, patients who are given triheptanoin, they showed improvement in cardiac symptoms, muscle weakness, and fatigue within the first month of treatment. Bongga, diba? And here are the other diseases. You just read on this. Jamaican vomiting sickness, the Zellweger syndrome. I might ask question or pag-isipan ko pa kung magtatanong ko tungkol dito. Ayan. Okay? And the Repsum, the one that I told you a while ago. So, in summary, again, these are the learning objectives. I'll be getting my questions for your examination from these LOs. So, we have the beta oxidation of saturated fatty acid, the beta oxidation of monounsat, the beta oxidation of polyunsat, the beta oxidation of add chain fatty acid, the peroxisomal beta oxidation, alpha oxidation of branched chain amino acid, and lastly, the omega oxidation of medium chain fatty acid. And here are the references that I use in this lecture. Thank you. Okay na? You have any question, class? Class, you have any question? Wala. Siguraduhin yung wala. Wala talaga. O sige, kung wala kayong tanong, then let's call it a day. I wish you all good luck on your examination. Ay, magkikita mo pala tayo. Next. Oh, wala mo nang aalis. Di pa ako nagsabi ng goodbye. Tapos aalis na kagad kayo. Next meeting to be a face-to-face lecture. Nag-iisip ako, ano kaya gagawin natin? So, it will be I will give you an activity for that. So, you prepare. I hope you have read Harper's about fatty acid synthesis. Marx at saka Harper sana. Kung wala kayo nun yung beans. Okay? Magkaroon tayo activity. Isipin ko pa ako ng klaseng activity papagawa ko sa inyo. Okay? That's a surprise. I love surprises. Huwag niyo rin naman ako i-surprise na walang a-attend ng lecture ko sa Friday, ha? Masusurprise talaga ako nun. Sige. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye po, Doc. Thank you po.
Okay.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you po, Doc.